With us now on set is Bill Corbett Jr., and he owns his own PR agency. Welcome to the show.
It's great to be here, Donna. We're living it up.
Why did you decide to go into PR?
Well, it was really through my father. He was involved with Avon Products. He was the head of public relations there, and I just saw it from a distance, and then it was like osmosis. I was in the family. He was doing this every day, and I saw the excitement that was involved with being involved with television, being involved with newspapers, and being involved with headlines and celebrities and people like that. And I slowly, gravitated towards it because I liked the energy of it.
Some of my favorite childhood memories with Avon were getting the little collector's bottles. There was one that looked like a school desk, then there was one that looked like this Victorian lady, and it was like always fun. They always had a good way of marketing.
Well, he brought all those things home for us, but then he also took us to the Rose Bowl parade. He also took us to a number of sporting events, and he was actually responsible for getting equal pay for women in professional tennis. So he had a really big impact back in the day of Billie Jean King and Chris Everett.
Marketing has changed, PR has changed. What's new at your agency right now?
It's exciting. It's very interesting. The number one thing is video, video, video. We're here in a video studio. We're doing television. And really, people who are not using video to promote their brands are 2 or 3 years behind their competitors. They have to be out there. And I say, no fear, Donna. Don't be afraid to do it. You're here. We're doing a television show. There's a lot of people who are just fearful of getting in front of the camera. But put that aside. Get in front of the camera. We got Facebook Live, and we got a lot of great ways to get your message out there from video. And with smartphones, everybody wants to be watching videos on smartphones, so that's where you got to get your content pushed.
One of the things that I've admired about you over the years is that you're an excellent writer. You're really good for companies, even a company that might even need a little crisis management. You're good with upstarts. You have your skills. You have a lot of skills that I always admire you also for dotting your I's and crossing your T's. When you approach any client, you're very thorough with them. And when I noticed that you were an early adopter of video production, you've been doing some things like that for your clients as well. But you're also kind of giving them media training. How to stand, right? And all those things are important.
So I'm following all my instructions today.
So far, you're doing okay.
But smile and have good energy, et cetera. But that's really the main thing is one, preparation. You were talking about, they say you're an expert after you've done something 10,000 hours. So I'm probably an expert in a couple of things. I've been doing 10,000 hours of media training, 10,000 hours of PR. Fortunately, probably not 10,000 hours of crisis management, but I've learned a lot in that capacity over the years. And it's really about positioning the client and learning not just where they are today, but where you want to get them in the future and create a path to get there. Unfortunately, there's way too many businesses out there that don't have a path. They don't have a plan to get there. It's like a ship on the ocean that has no rudder and no steering wheel. Maybe they'll hit a port someday, but they probably won't.
So strategy.
Absolutely. Strategy's very
What's your sweet spot? What types of clients do you like to work with?
Well, we work with companies who are, I like to work with companies led by a CEO who has an entrepreneurial mindset, who is looking to grow a business from where they are today to whether it's 10 million, 100 million, or even $1 billion. We're working with some companies right now that have some great innovation, and their sky's the limit for them. They're looking at $1 billion. They're looking at 100 million. So those are the kinds of people that I gravitate to because I'm an entrepreneur, and I want to work with other entrepreneurs who are interesting. I don't want my life to be boring. I want to live it up, literally every day.
True. I mean, that's what it's all about. And people laugh at me because I'll be like, no, I don't think I want to do that. It's not fun. And they're like, yeah. I'm like, no, that's not the right client for me. And then I'll just pass them on to somebody else that I think is a better fit for them. I notice that you do that too. You are selective about who you can do a great job for.
Well, we're looking for the people who match our personal philosophy, my personal philosophy. I believe in attracting attention. I think that's the most important commodity that we can acquire today because there's so much noise. Attention spans are so short. So if someone understands my philosophy of attracting attention for a company, and then using that to get to the next level of branding, growth, reputation, that's where I want to be. If someone really is sitting back and they don't want to maybe be in front of the camera or they don't want to be involved, then they may not be right for me, but I'll certainly entertain any startup or anybody who wants to talk, and I do training and things like that, which may be the right mix for them.
One other thing before we close, I want to talk about the fact that there used to be a definition of between advertising and public relations. It used to be two separate things. Advertising was the media that we paid for. Public relations were things that we did not pay for. It's all blended now. Am I correct? I mean, it's one big thing. It's about having a strategic plan and then implementing it in a variety of ways.
I agree. There's still a wall between the traditional advertising departments and the news side of a lot of publications and a lot of news outlets like television, et cetera. But you're right. It's getting blurry. It's morphing. But I call it the marketing pizza. Really, every company needs to look at the pizza, sliced into 8 or 10 or 15 slices or however you slice it. And each one of those slices is a type of marketing, whether it's PR, advertising, social media, SEO, whatever it is. So you need to create that marketing pizza for your business, and that's really your marketing plan. And if you are satisfied by the meal you've eaten, you've achieved your goal with your marketing efforts.
Beautifully put, Bill Corbett Jr.
Thank you.
Love it. You want to have some pizza with me?
We'll have some liquid up coffee.
Yeah, a little bit of coffee with some pizza. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, Donna. Good seeing you.
Can't wait to see you at the next event. And I know that you're really big on Fight for Charity.
Long on Fight for Charity. It's a great event. We raised about $1 million to this point. Local people get together, they fight. They get in the ring. It's really inspiring. So if you hear about it, you see about it, come down and check out one of our events.
Excellent. Thank you for joining us. Stay tuned for more on Live It Up. We're having fun. Live it up, live it up, live it up, live it up. Oh, yeah.